So this is Wear Teal Day to kick off Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. Ovarian cancer takes the life of 220 women in Colorado every year. There's no test for ovarian cancer. The symptoms are fairly benign. And what's worse, in over 80% of these cases, they are diagnosed in a late stage. So we have two special guests today. We have Dr. Christine Walsh from the University of Colorado School of Medicine and Leslie Seidel, who's on the committee with Ovarian Cancer Alliance and other things, but has an interesting spin to this as well. Dr. Walsh, we've mentioned this. Let's just quickly, we're going to talk about some exciting things about awareness and prevention, but the symptoms are fairly, I don't know, they're interesting, bloating, little things.
Yeah, exactly. And first of all, thank you so much for the opportunity to come out here and to raise awareness about ovarian cancer. And I love your dress.
Thank you.
So yes, the four most common symptoms of ovarian cancer can be summarized with the acronym BEAT. So B stands for bloating that is persistent. E stands for eating less or feeling full quickly. A stands for abdominal pain, and T stands for trouble urinating or having problems with bowel movements.
So these are all things that women should be keenly aware of and not feel guilty about going to a doctor saying, I feel like something's wrong.
Yes, absolutely. So if somebody is experiencing these symptoms on a daily basis for more than a couple of weeks, I would recommend that they have it checked out.
Okay, what's interesting is what you're working on, but I want to talk to Leslie quick. You are somebody that decided to take your health in your own hands and say, you know what, this genetic testing stuff is pretty interesting.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, the genetic testing was all about it. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in her 70s, and at the time, the genetic counselor said, she doesn't need to be tested. And I literally used the words, let's just get her tested for fun.
Yeah.
Consequently, she's positive. I then went on to testing. I am positive. I have two siblings. One is positive, one is negative. And then I was able to make my own choices for what that meant for me going forward.
I feel like this is the newest frontier in the fight against cancer, but it's something you do for the people you love.
Yeah, definitely. And also, you know, for my own health, and I have children.
Yeah.
I have two children, and hopefully generations to generations that we can continue on knowing this information.
How did you change? What did you change after getting that information?
I decided that I was going to have a radical hysterectomy and oophorectomy, and then I had a double mastectomy with reconstruction after I found out this information, because I didn't want the risk to be there, because as Dr. Walsh will tell you, it's very significant when you carry this gene mutation. So I wanted to do everything I could to prevent any of these cancers in my body.
And I think what people don't realize is you're looking at percentages, you're playing with percentages, right? Like betting on a football game or whatever it might be. But cancer never comes at a convenient time in your life. And then you're dealing with everything else.
True, absolutely. And I was able to do this to be preventative. That's exactly, I was proactive and decided to take matters into my own hands. I didn't want to wait to see what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly it.
You're excited about what Dr. Walsh is doing. Tell us a little bit more.
So excited.
What else are you doing in this whole thing with genetics?
Yeah, absolutely. So what Leslie is talking about is the BRCA gene mutations. BRCA1 and BRCA2 are the most common genes that cause hereditary ovarian cancer. Also causes breast cancer, increases risk for pancreatic cancer, prostate cancer. So just a very elevated cancer risk. And while the BRCA gene mutations are not that common in the general population, they are found tenfold more commonly in individuals of Ashkenazi Jewish ancestry. And so we are launching a project to raise awareness about this fact and to provide opportunities for low barrier, low cost testing for this community.
That's the important thing, because this thing doesn't always get approved from insurance. So
that's right.
That is a community you really want to get to.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, and we're talking about testing men and women. Even though we're talking about ovarian cancer today, any adult over the age of 25, we want to provide the opportunity to test if they have Ashkenazi Jewish ancestry.
The thing of it is our genes come from both parents. So
yes, that's right.
You all hit so many important topics. We thank you for being here so much. And please learn more about ovarian cancer. It can impact you, and learn more about your genetic testing and the opportunities. Thank you for shining a light.
Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thanks.